Hall for Blue Demon basketball. This evening, the Blue Demons are entertaining the #1 ranked team in Division II and the only undefeated team in college basketball, the University of Wisconsin from Green Bay, Wisconsin. They are an independent and have a record this season of 23 victories and no defeats. Their nickname, the Phoenix. And now let's meet tonight's starting lineups. First, for the visiting Phoenix, at one guard, 6 foot and a senior from Gawley Bridge, West Virginia, number 12, Jerry Blackwell. At the other guard, 6'2" and a senior from Green Bay, number 40, Tom Anderson. At one forward, 6'7" and a junior from Monticello, Wisconsin, number 42, Dave Getman. At the other forward, 6'6" and a senior from Marinette, Wisconsin, number 52, Brian Betcher. And at center, 6'10" and a junior from Pulaski, Wisconsin, number 50, Ron Ripley. Phoenix head coach Dave Butts.
To an offensive pattern with a signal of 2 again. High post, low post, Zill inside, turnaround jump.
There he is.
Jim Zill gets his first 2 of the night, and the Sheboygan native brings it back to 6 at 45-39. Listen to these Green Bay fans come alive if they could get a turnover here. Shot no good. Drake, no! Rebound Ripley. Oh, they tried for the stuff and came back out, and that time DePaul, who seemed to have it down, saw it come right back out of that kicker. Boy, sometimes that iron gets awful aggravating. High post, Zill. Baseline, Betcher open.
There it is.
Sir! 45-41, and aren't you glad you're here? 8:15 left in this game. Intercept Anderson. And the Green Bay fans are the ones you hear now yelling and screaming.
Green Bay's right back in this ball game, Lee.
They are indeed. Anderson deep on the sideline. Cross-court pass. Betcher open. Yes, sir. No, a little long. I was right on line with that shot. I thought it was down. It hit the top of the glass, says the official out here, and they're going to give it out of bounds, DePaul. Oh, boy. Leads by 6 at the moment. Rebound really being challenged for a loose ball. Corzine comes up with it. And DePaul just wants to play keep away and spread out here as much as they can. Corzine, Ripley on him. Half the way, Ripley. Up it comes, and they call traveling on Getman. Close call. Getman just put his hands in control of that basketball.
Wanted to pass the ball before he had a hold of it.
Oh, boy. Green Bay wanted that. They had the steal. They had done the hard work of it. And then on the breakout, they had to give it up. Close call, but I think a fair one. So it's still DePaul by 6. Out to Watkins. And Ramsey dribbling with it now. That's Blackwell on him. Now Garland. And the Ponsetto in the corner. The double team is on, but the high lob pass comes out to Ramsey. The clock shows 5 minutes, 35 seconds left in the game. Watkins, Ramsey. They keep playing keep away out here above the circle. High post. Watkins dribbles out of the 3-second area out to Ramsey. Green Bay forced to come out of that. Well, they're still in the zone, all right, but they're just coming out high to pick them up. Green Bay fans are booing. DePaul fans are cheering and stomping. Ramsey with Betcher on him. Double team is on. Ramsey just kicked it off his leg and out of bounds. They forced the turnover. I am not impressed, to tell you the very truth, by Randy Ramsey. I know he's a senior. He's a playmaker. He has not scored tonight, and he's just made a very costly turnover. He's probably just having a bad night.
I think one of the reasons he's having a bad night is the defense of Jerry Blackwell.
Yeah. He really has not been that impressive for a club that's nationally ranked. I think it's their weak link. In fact, here's Anderson from 16.
There he is.
16, and the Phoenix are back. 47-43. Was that a big bucket? Lindgren is in now at guard with Blackwell, and they put Anderson in a forward spot. So the front line is Betcher, Anderson, and Ripley. Corzine low post. Outside. Crowd is going wild. There's still 4:30 left to play. 47-43, DePaul by 4 points. And as Watkins, the double team is on. And they throw it away. The defensive pressure. Look at this. Ripley underneath.
All right. Beautiful pass.
Going wild. Look at the Green Bay fans. And the DePaul fans can't understand what's happening. 4:07 left. DePaul 47. Green Bay 45. Ray Meyer has made a change in his DePaul lineup. He has taken Ramsey out, and he's brought the freshman Bradshaw in. Green Bay, of course, their wheels have been turning. Dave Buss has been doing some coaching, too, and that three-guard defense, Bruce, forced a key turnover there to get his club back within 2.
That's exactly right. That's what they had to do. We talked about having to make a defensive change. That's what Dave is going to.
Corzine comes out to help out on that pressure Green Bay defense, and they get the ball into the front court. Just under 4 minutes left in this wild, woolly game at Alumni Hall, DePaul, Chicago, Illinois. Oh, I hope you've been enjoying yourself tonight, basketball fans. You won't see better ball anywhere. Garland! Larry Garland for DePaul makes it 49-45, and Green Bay needs to get it right back. Pass. Lindgren's got it. That was dangerous, but they got it. Anderson watched by Ponsetto. Anderson open.
There it is. That's Tommy's shot.
Oh, boy. 49-47. Isn't this a sweetheart of a ball game? Bradshaw to Corzine. Uh-oh. Baseline. And Settle got loose. Now these Blue Demons can play the game. They came back with a pressure bucket again to lead by 4. 2:34 left. Betcher looking to go to Ripley if he can, but he's almost up. Now he's got it inside. Ripley wants to take it over. Ripley having a tough time in Corzine tonight. That matchup defensively has been Corzine. 51-47, and now DePaul wants to call timeout because 53 left. Clock becomes a big factor now in favor of DePaul. Almost tipped away, but Corzine again gets it over to Bradshaw. Brought some oohs and ahs. Underneath, intercept! Lindgren has it. All right, they've taken it away. Green Bay has beaten DePaul before like this, coming from behind in the last minutes, and they've done it down here. It was a few years ago. That was a hard drive by Blackwell, and I think we're going to get to see this again. They say a blocking foul. Ripley pulls the trigger, gets it in easily to Blackwell. The spread is 4. The Phoenix need one. Ripley, cross court, bad pass, Ripley. Well, they thought they could find the man open with a quick pass, but that DePaul defense was really there. 51-47, it remains 4. This is Corzine open. Will he shoot? Tipped away, but Ponsetto has it. Loose ball, stolen, Green Bay. Ripley. A call offensive on him. Well, you and I don't have to agree with the call, but it's going to stand anyway.
It is going to stand, but the rules state very clearly the defensive man must have established his position. Of course, I'm very biased, but I did not believe the defensive man had established his position.
Neither did Dave Buss. 51-47, a minute and 3 left to play in the ball game. Full court pressure. Garland wide open. They've got a 2-on-1. Will he strike? No. Cross court. They go Bradshaw. Puts it up. No! A bad shot. And backcourt pressure. Offensive foul! Oh, my! Well, in this place, it's going to be tough to get any kind of a close call at all, boy, because these Blue Demon fans put it on you. That was a very, very tight call. That could have gone either way. What it amounts to is that Green Bay has to give up the basketball, and they've called a foul on Anderson. 40 seconds left, and now DePaul can virtually sink it. They can almost put it away here with 2 free throws by Garland, who shoots them 81%, but Green Bay wants a timeout. It's been a tremendous contest, and both of these teams indeed deserve their national rankings. And in front of capacity crowds, the Chicago basketball fans are just as happy, I think, over this one as they were maybe over Notre Dame and the one that they hope will come up against Chicago Loyola. I can't imagine them making any more noise over a victory than they are in here tonight. They're saying goodbye to the Green Bay fans and team right now. They think they've got it sewed. Don't you go away, though. Just a reminder to all of you watching that Green Bay defeated DePaul last year up at Green Bay's home, the Brown County Arena, 57-50. And you know how sweet that victory was, because many of you, as a capacity crowd of Green Bay fans, saw your home team win. Just transfer that 180 degrees, and you've got an idea of how these DePaul fans are feeling right now.
2.5 minutes left to play. Nicholson, top of the key, off the iron, no good. Ron Ripley with the rebound, and out of the crowd on the dribble, ahead to Getman all by himself, and Getman, that's him. He's dead. Block that one, will you? Woo! Fans love it. And Tom Anderson on the steal, ahead to Jerry Blackwell. Blackwell back to Anderson. Anderson puts it up. And he arched it beautifully over the one defender. Set up beautifully by Blackwell. Fast break basket, and the ball game is over. 72-53. The Phoenix up by 19. He who plays rough sometimes gets roughed, and that's exactly what happened. The Phoenix are fired up, and they're a little upset. Mahone with a 20-footer off the iron, no good. The rebound is going to belong to to Ripley. Mahone got it. Good quickness ahead to Tommy Anderson. He goes up and he lays it in. And Anderson with a layup, and all at once, the Phoenix have got the basketball game sewed up, and the rough stuff did not pay off as the Phoenix are grabbing the basketball and scoring 74-53, and it's all over. Ripley blocks the shot and grabs the loose basketball. Ahead to Mitchell. Brian stuffs it. And it's 76-53. The Phoenix with 8 unanswered points. And the blood is running down the front of Ron Ripley's face, and he's blocked the shot, set it up. The fans are on their feet. What a great basketball game. Unbelievable. Here's Rosenman with an easy shot. And the Phoenix will make the inbound play. 76-55. And a timeout is going to be called by UWGB. And the crowd goes wild. Listen to this. The ball in the air. Ripley with the tip. Getman's got it, and here we go. Tom Anderson near side, stops, fakes, pumps up a 15-footer. Good. And the Phoenix are on the board. We can all figure that shooting percentage. Tom Anderson picking up where he left off, and Steve Creer comes into the forecourt for Augustana. Tom had 24 last evening. Schenkelberg on the far side, back out to Creer. Wilbur, far side, in the corner for Kramer, back out to Wilbur against the zone defense for UWGB. A matchup zone and a good one. Creer, top of the key. Near side for Nagel. Triangle and 2 defense for Wilbur. Back out to Creer again. The fans love this defense. Not an opening in it so far. Nagel cross court to Schenkelberg. On top to Creer. Schenkelberg again. Corner to Wilbur. Bounce pass kicked away by Brian Betcher, and it'll be inbounded by Augustana. That defense they should love. Number 1 in the nation in NCAA Division II this year. 2-0. UWGB in the lead. We're in the first minute of the ball game. Inbound pass all the way out on top to Wilbur, then to Creer. Creer far side, bounce pass to Schenkelberg, to Wilbur halfway down, back to Schenkelberg. Creer at the top of the key. To Wilbur. No cracks in this Phoenix defense. Wilbur in the lane for Schenkelberg. Can't shoot, back out to Creer. 20-footer, partially blocked off the rim, no good, and the rebound belongs to Wilbur. Puts it up, off the rim, tipped up once by Kramer, still no good. And Tom Anderson comes out of there dribbling and running ahead to Blackwell for the layup, and it's good. Tom Anderson showed heads-up play. Jerry Blackwell got the break down the middle of the court. Tom Anderson went up right in front of the scorer's table, set the ball down, half the court to Schenkelberg, to Wilbur in the corner. And the Phoenix fans like this defense. Clear, 25-footer, no, around and out, no good. Rebound is going to belong to Tom Anderson. Took it away on those 25-footers. Took it away from Kramer. Long pass ahead to Getman. Getman can't shoot. Back to Anderson. Screen for him. 15-footer, good. 8 out of 10. Tommy Anderson, and it's 43-38. The Phoenix by 5, biggest lead of the second half. 15-10 left to play. Timeout, Augustana. Timeout, Augustana. Phoenix with the lead, 43-38. And back out on top to Wilbur. Wilbur working the basketball. Far side for Schenkelberg, about halfway down in the corner for Begeman. 20-footer. No, off the rim. And Tom Anderson high for the rebound. And the Phoenix, if they can convert here, will have a 9-point spread. Tommy Anderson, 20-footer. Yeah! All right. 47-38. 19 points for Tom Anderson. I'm watching the Augustana bench. Their coach has got his head on the floor, shaking his head. Augustana with the basketball. Walter can't get the shot away. Betcher all over him like a blanket. Brings it back out to Schenkelberg. And the fans love this defense. Walter to Begeman. Back to Walter. Looking for a break, and it's... I don't care what game you play. And Blackwell taking it away. Took it right off the top of his head. Driving layup. Yes, Joe Blackwell. And the Phoenix are up by 11 at 49-38, and they're starting to break it open. Jerry Blackwell got the steal on that one. 13:09 left to play in the second half, and the crowd is on its feet as Dave Buss is leading the cheers. That's an Al McGuire trick. And it looks like Al McGuire's ball club. Augustana with the basketball. The crowd on its feet roaring. Wilbur working it into Schenkelberg. Starts to drive in the lane. A foul is going to be called on Dave Getman. And the fans don't like that. Getman was in position. The man put it on his shoulder and dashed. Ripley is making a little explanation there to the referee, but the referee says, nope, that's a foul on Getman, so Augustana will inbound. 49-38, Phoenix by 11. Here's Freer with it at the top of the key as he replaces Walter in the Augustana lineup. Kramer, turnaround jumper, yes! And Ron Ripley makes the inbound play to Tommy Anderson. UWGB on the move in the second half. 16 points now for Kramer. Good shooter. Jerry Blackwell working against Begeman. Brings it back out to Brian Betcher, top of the key. Phoenix fans clapping and chanting into Ripley, under for the layup, no good. Rebound, cross court, we're going to have a foul on who? Brian Betcher. Number 52, Brian Betcher. 49-40. Ripley almost out of bounds as he tried to reach back and underhand that one. Brian Betcher calls for the foul on the scramble for the rebound. 49-40, Phoenix by 9. 12:15 left to play. Creer to Begeman, far side for Augustana. Back out on top to Creer. Creer near side for Schenkelberg in the corner for Begeman. Back to Schenkelberg and on top to Creer. Drives to the edge of the lane. Out to Walter, almost loses it. Getman and Ripley are both front and backing Arvid Kramer, the big center on the zone. Then they come across from the weak side, the back side. They got two men on him inside. Clear with a 25-footer. Good from Dave Blackwell. Way ahead to Ripley. Ripley under the basket. Hammered as he goes up for the shot and no foul. And the rebound is tipped away from Walters and out of bounds by Charlie Lorenzi. But Ripley just got pounded as he went up for that layup by Kramer. Kramer just hammered him. Unbelievable. Here comes Creer. If you didn't see it, you could hear it. Begeman with the basketball into Schenkelberg. Schenkelberg into the lane. Feeds off for Kramer. Ripley got Ripley upset now. Oh, Ron Ripley is bad. He stuffed that one back down Kramer's throat. And here we go again, just like last night. Creer driving to the top of the key. Fires it off on the far side to Schenkelberg. I think they'd be better off not fouling anybody. That's for sure. Kramer and Ripley with a big battle. And Ripley from behind blocks the block. Kramer put the basketball back behind his head, and Ripley put it in the nickel seat. And Rod Ripley has finally gotten stirred up. Kramer inbound play to Begeman, 20-footer, off the rim, no good. Rebound, Tom Anderson from Lorenzi. And Begeman almost tackles him, trying to get the ball away. Second foul on Begeman, and Tom Anderson will go to the line. Holy cow. Anderson works against the press. To Ripley into the forecourt, ahead to Dave Getman, and Getman right, jab jump. Dave Getman. Two hands well above the wrist, up over the iron, and down she came. And the crowd loves that. Here's Kramer at the baseline, tipped away by Blackwell. Out of bounds off Kramer's foot, and Blackwell called that one, and London Bradley agreed with him. But he didn't want to.
And one forward for the UWGB Phoenix from Monticello, Wisconsin, 6'7" senior Dave Getman. At the other Tiger forward position from Flint, Michigan, 6'5" sophomore James Smith. At the other Phoenix forward position from Marinette, Wisconsin, 6'6" senior Brian Betcher. At center for the Tigers from Memphis, Tennessee, 6'2" senior Robert McIntyre. The center for the UWGB Phoenix from Pulaski, Wisconsin, 6'10" junior Ron Ripley. At one guard position for Lincoln University from Kansas City, Missouri, 6'2" senior Tim Abney. And at one guard position for the Phoenix from Gawley Bridge, West Virginia, 6' senior Jerry Blackwell. The other guard for the Lincoln Blue Tigers from Birmingham, Alabama, 6'1" senior Harold Robertson. And at the other Phoenix guard position from Green Bay, Wisconsin, 6'2" senior Tom Anderson. The Lincoln University Blue Tigers head coach Don Corbett, and the University of Wisconsin Green Bay Phoenix head coach Dave Buss.
This is Robertson. No good on the follow-up. Now for the rebound comes Betcher. Long pass. Getman. Good.
That's somewhat of a surprise to see him run the first possession.
2-0, the Phoenix lead. McIntyre, Abney, McIntyre. They go to the middle. It's stolen by Blackwell. Blackwell's going to bring it back out and set it up near side Anderson. Ripley. Ripley, good, and he's fouled. Foul's on Smith. Ripley at the line to complete the three-point play. Terry, I would suppose they're going to try to get underneath all night long like that.
I would say that would be a game plan. They've got such a height advantage.
Ripley makes it 5-0. Tim Abney in the corner now. This is Robertson. He has the wristbands on. Far side Abney doesn't take the shot. Abney's the quarterback of this club. McIntyre. Robertson. There you go. Robertson makes it 5-2. And now we see the press. Getman has it. He goes to Blackwell. Jerry gets it in forecourt. This is Tom Anderson. Blackwell calling a play. Getman in the corner. Anderson jump shot. He can shoot too.
That's when Tommy shoots it, he almost knows it's in when he lets it go.
7-2, the Phoenix lead it. 18-18 to go in the first half. Robertson, good!
It's beginning to look like he should have bought a ticket. He's shooting that far out.
7-4, the Phoenix up by 3. Betcher, Anderson. Getman on the baseline. Blackwell doesn't take the shot. Anderson will. What a shooting show. 9-4.
Top of the key, 6:30 left to play. Robertson from the top. Doesn't drop. Rebound spot corner will belong to Brian Betcher in heavy traffic. Gets it out to Anderson. Way ahead to Ron Ripley. Stuffs it. Ron Ripley with a one-handed dunk of the day love last. shot from the outside, no good. Anderson was the rebound. He lost the handle. It went out of bounds. Who hit it? The referees don't know. They'll call a jump ball. The ball tipped away and out of bounds, and the referees are going to call a jump. Robertson and Anderson. And the referee's talking to Anderson, and Anderson is telling him something, but they're going to jump it. 53-43, Phoenix by 10 now, and you should have seen Ripley with the dunk. Wow. He launched himself about at the free throw line. The tip by Robertson. Out to McIntyre, 20-footer is good. 6 minutes left, Phoenix by 8, 53-45. And Tom Anderson works it into the forecourt for UWGB. Bounce pass to Brian Betcher. To Charlie Lorenzi. To Anderson. Tom Anderson with the ball. Dribbles out of a crowd into the lane with it. Up with a one-hand jumper short. No good. Rebound brought down by Lincoln. Ahead it goes to Abney. Abney edge of the lane. 15-foot jumper. No, and Jerry Blackwell controls the rebound. Hugs the basketball. Comes out dribbling. Driving into the lane. Passes off to Ripley. And there's a two-handed stuffer. Ron Ripley dunks it, and it's 55-45 on a feed from Blackwell. Robertson answers with a 30-footer, and it's 55-47. Holy cow. Minute and 29. Anderson bounced past the Getsman to Ripley, under the basket. Ripley up with it. Yeah! Ron Ripley a key basket. 60-57, Phoenix by 3, 120 left to play. Robertson driving for Lincoln, stops, fires up a 25-footer. No good at Tom Anderson. There's a big rebound. Ahead to Blackwell. To Ripley. Ripley up with a shot. Reached the basket and was fouled. And Ron Ripley have combined for a lot of spectacular baskets in the last couple of years, but I don't think any of them more important than that one, Jim Trotter. As Lincoln takes the timeout, the Phoenix lead is 62-57. Ripley will be at the free throw line with a minute and 8 seconds left. 62-57, Green Bay with 1 minute, 8 seconds left to go. Ron Ripley's going to be at the free throw line when we get the team drop out on the floor. You know now why Dave Buck said that having the game here in front of the home crowd is just like finding $300 or $400 in your wallet that you didn't know you had. Well, I'll tell you. That was an extremely timely layup here in the last few minutes. Ron Ripley just come on here with a couple of slam dunks and a couple of good layups here. A couple of little breaks, I think, like you need in basketball, if you need any sport. A couple of little breaks to go your way. And everybody holding up one finger on the line. Everybody's down their feet, and the break is going to come down here. Anderson puts the ball up, and it is good. And the Phoenix lead by 2, 63-61. 2 seconds, 1 second. Robertson, 30-footer, off the bracket, so good, and the Phoenix win it. The Phoenix win it. Who I'm sure has pulled a good many games out of the fire for Lincoln University with just such a shot. Fired one with 1 second left on the clock. It was in the air, it was flying, but it did not go through.
Good, 63-61. Robertson, wrong shot. Just missed. The Phoenix win it. The Phoenix win it 63-61. Robertson missing a long one at the buzzer, and I'll tell you, he just barely missed it. 63-61 the final. The Phoenix advanced to NCAA semifinal and final action in Springfield, Missouri. see everybody mobbing the floor out here. The Phoenix just barely get away.
We do. We'll introduce them to you in that way. You heard the roar go up as the PA announcer announced Eastern Illinois University against the University of Wisconsin Green Bay, and an equally loud roar going up from the Phoenix factory. The forwards for the Panthers at 6'1", Mike Pickens, number 41. And to oppose him, 6'7", number 42, Dave Getman, senior from Monticello. The other forward for Eastern Illinois is Craig DeWitt, number 43, 6'8", one of two big men. They go 6'8", 6'9" in the middle. And going against him will be Brian Betcher, number 52, 6'6" senior from Marinette, Wisconsin. The center, the other big man for Eastern Illinois, is Dennis Mumford, 6'9" from Canton, Ohio, wearing number 55. And of course, he'll be going against the Phoenix center, the only junior on this squad, 6'10" Ron Ripley from Pulaski, Wisconsin. Guard first for Eastern Illinois, Charlie Thomas. He's a 6'2" senior from Washington, Illinois, and one of the starting guards for UWGB, number 40, senior Tom Anderson from Green Bay Southwest. And the other guard, the playmaker, 6' tall Derek Scott, senior from Chicago, Illinois for Eastern, and for UWGB, the only out-of-state player on this Phoenix squad, Jerry Blackwell from Gawley Bridge, West Virginia. And those are the starting lineup. The Phoenix coached by Dave Butts, and Eastern Illinois coached by Don Eddy. And this basketball game is just about to start. UWGB listed as the home team, wearing the white uniform, and Eastern Illinois in blue uniforms with red and white trim. And we're just seconds away from a basketball game. Second shot drops. It's 40-39, and the Phoenix still lead by 1. Inbound pass to Tom Anderson. A lot of pressure in the backcourt, but Getman gets it to Blackwell, and Blackwell drives into the forecourt. Passes off to Ripley. Ripley to Betcher, out to Anderson for a 20-footer that's good, and the Phoenix are up by 3 at 42-39. 7.5 minutes left to go, and the Phoenix have taken the lead. And in this game, 3 points is a big lead, believe me. Scott with the basketball to Thomas in the lane for a 20-footer, partially blocked by Blackwell, and Blackwell grabs the rebound. Jerry Blackwell into the forecourt, dribbles, drives around, Scott lays it up, and good! And the Phoenix are up by 5. And Eastern wants a timeout. Phoenix by 5. Eastern calls timeout, and I'll be back in just a minute. In the corner near side, 1.5 minutes, all the way back out on top to Tom Anderson. Anderson driving into the edge of the lane. They're in the far corner now. And Tom Anderson drives into the lane, bounce pass to Ripley. Yeah! Stuffer! Ron Ripley! And it's 52-41, and the ball game's over, friends. The ball game is over. And a steal by Tom Anderson, and here come the Phoenix 3-on-1. Ahead to Blackwell, Blackwell to Brian Betcher. No, foul's going to be called on Scott, and a very dejected Derek Scott says, yeah, I know. Jones for Eastern. Jones with a 15-foot jumper, no good, and Blackwell has the rebound. And all at once, it's all UWGB. Jerry Blackwell with 6 seconds left gets it to Anderson, to Betcher, and Betcher goes up with a shot and is just hammered by Mumford. Betcher starting to drive for a shot, and Mumford just threw shoulder, back, and everything into him. Mumford is fouled out. Betcher's going to the free throw line, and he holds up one big finger. We're number 1. And the Phoenix are 57-43, a 14-point lead. To congratulate Southwest Missouri State on a fine athletic facility. This is just a beautiful place, and the hospitality of these people here in Missouri has really been great. We've enjoyed visiting with them officially, the people here at the school, and also the people we've come across casually in being around town here for a couple of days. a very, very nice city and some very nice people down here. Okay, the introduction of the starting lineups, and once again we'll give them to you player by player, first from Cheyney State and then from UWGB. The Phoenix listed as the home team tonight on the scoreboard.
For Cheyney State, 6'5" sophomore from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, Charles Murphy.
One of the forwards, Charles Murphy. Big sophomore forward. He goes over to shake hands with Coach Dave Buss and out to the middle of the court. And to counter him, Dave Getman, 6'7" senior for UWGB, and he goes over to shake hands with Coach John Cheney of Cheyney State.
Junior from Philadelphia, Roger Laseth.
Another one of the down-unders listed at 6'7", Roger Laseth, and he's a big 6'7", I'll tell you that. And he's the other forward, and he'll be matched, of course, by 6'6" Brian Betcher, senior forward from Marinette. Center for the Cheyney State team, Andrew Fields, listed at 6'7", and he's another tall 6'7", I'll tell you. And going against him, of course, UWGB center, junior Ron Ripley from Pulaski. Now the guards, and this has been kind of a mystery for Milton Colson will start at guard. We weren't quite sure who would be starting at guard for Cheyney State. They've had some injuries, but he'll be at one guard spot. And Tom Anderson, one of the starting guards for UWGB. And the other guard for Cheyney State, Jeff Hutcherson. He also was doubtful for the game, but he will be starting at guard. And of course, the other starter for UWGB, Dave Blackwell from Gully Bridge, West Virginia, another senior and the only out-of-state player on this Phoenix basketball team. And Dave Buss, the head coach of UWGB, and ironically, the head coach of Cheyney State is Coach John Cheney. And it's spelled differently. Cheyney State is spelled C-H-E-Y-N-E-Y, and the coach's name is spelled C-H-A-N-E-Y. So we're just moments away from game time now, UWGB and Cheyney State for the NCAA Division II championship. And this is going to be a good basketball game. The Cheyney State Wolves against the UWGB Phoenix. Cheyney State in the dark jerseys tonight. They are listed on the scoreboard as the visiting team. UWGB listed as the home team. They're come into this tournament top seeded, of course, and the #1 Division II team in the school in the country. Now Ripley's listed at 6'10", and Laseth is listed at 6'7", and Laseth looks a good inch taller. Tip goes to UWGB, and Tom Anderson has the basketball. To Blackwell at the top of the key. Jerry Blackwell to Anderson, halfway down the far side, all the way across to Getman. Pass stolen, taken away.
1-1-3 zone being deployed by Cheyney State, Rick.
Laseth comes up with it and gets it across to Colston, and Colston into the forecourt, top of the key. Far side to Murphy. Back out on top to Colston and to Murphy, about halfway down. To Colston again, near side to Hutcherson. Hutcherson in the middle on top. And with a 25-footer, good. Hutcherson, first points of the ball game, and it's 2-0.
1-1-3 zone being deployed by Cheyney State and the Phoenix in a 1-3-1 zone.
Hutcherson, the point man in the zone defense, and Jerry Blackwell brings it up right in front of him. Far side to Tom Anderson, 20-footer, good. Tommy from the outside, and that's what it's going to take for the Phoenix in this ball game, as Colston brings it up for the Cheyney State Wolves. To the top of the key, in the lane for Andrew Fields. Fields turnaround jumper, won't fall, and Tom Anderson clears the board. Anderson into the forecourt to Jerry Blackwell. Hash mark near side, back out on top to Tom Anderson, and back to Blackwell. And Blackwell walks it to the top of the key. Near side, Anderson at the hash mark, back out on top to Blackwell. Betcher on the far side, out to Jerry Blackwell on top. 2-2 ball game, early going. Championship game, NCAA Division II. Pass in for Ripley, tip up, no good. Rebound, Cheyney State, and up with it comes Colston. Colston to the top of the key. Blackwell there to meet him. The Phoenix zone. Colston with the basketball for the Wolves. 2-2 tie. Less than 2 minutes gone. Near side, Charles Murphy can't get the shot away. Back out on top to Colston. Cheyney State Wolves against the UWGB matchup zone. A tough defense to score against. From the outside, in the corner, shot up by Charles Murphy. No, and Getman controls the board. And the Phoenix are going to have to board with this team, and so far they've been doing it. Anderson into the forecourt at the hash mark far side. On top to Jerry Blackwell. Score tied at 2 apiece, 17:53 to play first half. Blackwell near side, about halfway down, back out to Anderson on top. Betcher, far side, wants to shoot, can't get it away. Good defense by Cheyney State. Out on top to Jerry Blackwell, and to Betcher again, far side. On top to Tom Anderson, dribble, drive into the lane, bounce pass out to Betcher, 15-footer around the rim and out, no good. Cheyney State with a rebound. In the circle to Anderson, far side, about halfway down. Bounce pass in the corner for Getman. Dave Getman looking for Ripley, can't get to him. Tom Anderson sets, fires up a 20-footer. It's around and out, no good. Getman with a key rebound, puts it up and in. Dave Getman, 4-2, Phoenix by 2. Colston for Cheyney State. Brian Betcher to Cheyney, or to Getman rather, as they go against Cheyney State. And Betcher free at the baseline for a 15-footer that's good on an assist from Jerry Blackwell, and 6-2. And the Wolves are standing around flat-footed, and the Phoenix are out rebounding them in the early going. Here's Anderson. Bounce pass to Betcher at the baseline. Murphy there to check him. Back to Anderson, back to Betcher again. Anderson sets, fires up a 20-footer. Good. Tom Anderson from the outside, and he's hitting them tonight. And boy, the Phoenix are going to need that. 8-4. UWGB by 4. 5 minutes gone in the first half. Colston in the corner for Murphy. Up over Ripley. Bounces off the bracket. No good. And Betcher's high for the rebound. Tom Anderson brings it up quickly to the hash mark far side. Waits for the rest of the offset. Bounce pass in the corner to Getman. Getman looking for Ripley. Can't get it to him. Out to Anderson. 20-footer. Off the board. No good. Rebound Fields for Cheyney State. Leaves it to Colston. Colston up court with it to the hash mark far side. Loops the pass into Fields. Back out to Colston. Want to go to Murphy in the corner. Can't get it there. To Hutcherson at the top of the key. To Colston at the hash mark. To Murphy about halfway down. Out to Colston again. And to Murphy. Drives to the baseline. Ripley there to meet him. Back out to Colston. To Murphy again. Puts up the 20-footer off the bracket. No good. Anderson high for the rebound. Tom Anderson. 8-4. Phoenix by 4. 14-11 to play first half. And Tom Anderson walks it to the top of the key for the Phoenix. Leaves it there for Jerry Blackwell. Blackwell to Anderson near side. Bounce pass to Betcher in the corner. Betcher dribbles a couple of times. Back out on top to Blackwell to Getman. Far side halfway down. Getman bounce pass in the corner for Tom Anderson. Back to Getman again. Getman to Anderson. Corner to Getman. Back out on top to Blackwell. Into Ripley. Ripley up with a 2-point.
That's what the Phoenix are going to have to do on this zone. They're going to have to get the ball into the big guy in the middle.
Phoenix by 6 at 10-4. Biggest lead of the ball game. 13.5 to play first half. Hutcherson, top of the key, can't shoot. Colston has the basketball. Near side to Murphy. Halfway down. Murphy loops it to Hutcherson. Blackwell almost got the steal. Couldn't quite do it. To Laseth rather. Laseth with a 15-foot jumper. Good, and it's 10-6. Getman inbounds to Blackwell. Blackwell walks it into the forecourt for the Phoenix.
1-2-2 zone being played by Cheyney State now, Rick.
In the corner to Betcher. To Anderson. 20-footer gone. Tom Anderson from the outside. 12-6. Phoenix with a 6-point spread again. Colston into the forecourt with it. To the top of the key for Cheyney State. Near side to Murphy. Back out to Colston on top. And to Murphy. Murphy drives to the baseline. Can't get the shot away. Enter the lane for Fields. 15-footer up. No good. And Tom Anderson has the rebound. And the Phoenix have been boarding well ahead to Blackwell. Drives. Stops. Fakes. Puts it up. Made the basket and drew the foul. Jerry Blackwell. Possible three-pointer as he made the basket and drew the foul. And the Phoenix are out in front by 8. And Blackwell will go to the free throw line. And a timeout being called. UWGB 14. Cheyney State 6. And I'll be back in just a minute. Gets it to Getman. Getman in the corner, far side to Anderson. All the way back out to Blackwell on top. Blackwell fakes, drives into the lane, feeds out to Betcher, 15-footer. No, won't drop. Getman with a tip-in. Getman with a follow-up jumper, 16-8. Anderson to Blackwell. Blackwell dribbling the basketball, drives into the lane, up with the shot that is going to be no good. Rebound, Ripley up and in. Ron Ripley, and he's fouled as he goes. Ripley with a chance for the three-pointer. The big man finally made his move. 35-28 as Ripley makes the field goal and was fouled by Fields, and he'll go to the line. Brian Betcher set to come back in, and as he comes in, Jim Zill will come out.
That's 4 fouls on Fields. That could be a factor later on. He's been doing a lot of board work. playing extremely well for Cheyney State.
And he's going to come out for a rest now, it looks like, as Gerald Mills, rather, is coming back in. And Fields will come out. 35-28, Phoenix trailed by only 7 now, and Ripley can cut it to 6 with this free throw. Ron Ripley drops it, and it's 35-29. Phoenix trailed by 6 with 9 minutes, 19 seconds left to play. Jerry Blackwell out to meet Hinson at the timeline. Hinson into the forecourt with it to Layseth, to Murphy. Bounce pass to Hinson, near side. Hinson bounce pass across to Murphy. 20-footer on its way. It's around and out, no good. And the rebound is scrambled for and hit out of bounds by Cheyney State, and the Phoenix will make the inbound play. They've got a chance to whittle away a little bit more at that lead. And this one's going to go, I think, right down to the wire. Jerry Blackwell, Rory Lindgren. Blackwell at the top of the key to Lindgren, near side. To Blackwell on top. To Lindgren. No hurry. Lindgren back out to Blackwell again. Phoenix with the basketball. Lindgren at the hash mark, near side. On top to Blackwell, to Anderson on the far side, and to Blackwell again. To Lindgren. Anderson, edge of the lane. Nobody open. Back out on top to Rory Lindgren against a tough zone defense by Cheyney State. Blackwell at the top of the key. Off to Lindgren. Into Anderson, edge of the lane to Betcher, coming through for a layup. Good. Brian Betcher with 2, and it's 35-31.
Super assist by both Lindgren and Anderson.
Phoenix trailed by 4. Colson with the basketball to Layseth, to Colson. Anderson putting the pressure on Colson now. Gets the pass back out to Hinson, top of the key. Hinson, and the pass taken away by Lindgren. Hinson threw it right to him, and here come the Phoenix. Blackwell, top of the key. Phoenix down by 4, 35-31. Jerry Blackwell almost shooting, hesitates, goes to Lindgren. Pass in for Ripley, lost it, rolled off his foot and out of bounds, and he was getting a lot of pressure from a couple of people. They collapsed in on him. Bus is up now. Dave Bus telling the guys, slow down, take your time. 7 minutes, 44 seconds showing, 35-31, Phoenix down by 4. Blackwell on Hinson. Hinson gets it into the forecourt, loops the pass across to Colson, near side. Colson starts to go and is called for traveling. And
Actually, I'm sorry, Rick, the Phoenix have had enough turnovers and breaks on behalf of Cheyney State. They really should be at least tied in this ball.
And a timeout is going to be called by... No, they don't do it either. I thought one of their players was signaling timeout, but the Phoenix will bring the basketball in. Blackwell, top of the key. On the far side for Anderson. Back out to Blackwell on top. Near side, Lindgren. Rory Lindgren with the basketball. Back out to Jerry Blackwell on top for a 20-footer. Swish! Yeah! 35-33. The lead is cut to 2 points. And now Cheyney State will take a timeout. It is Cheyney State 35, UWGB 33. Don't go away. I'll be back in a minute.
Back at Springfield, Missouri, play going on. The Phoenix have just come up with 7 straight points unanswered, and it's now 35-33. Phoenix down by 2.
And Hinson has the basketball stolen almost by Tom Anderson. Anderson tipped it away but couldn't control it. It went out of bounds, so Murphy will make the inbound play for Cheyney State, and the Phoenix have come alive here as they did last night in the closing 10 minutes or 12 minutes of the basketball game. 7 minutes left to go now, and Phoenix putting the pressure on Colson, and Blackwell reaches in, almost tips the ball away, can't do it. Colson and Hinson playing catch across the top of the key now against the Phoenix. Blackwell in the middle. Looks like they're playing keep away as Blackwell tries to move in on the guy with the ball. Colson and Hinson. Colson in the edge of the lane. 20-footer is going to be an air ball. Nothing, out of bounds, and UWGB will make the inbound play.
That's just incongruous, Rick. They knock about a minute off the clock, and Hinson then fires up a 25-footer.
And missed everything. Here comes Blackwell. Phoenix can tie. It's 35-33. In the corner for Betcher. Back out to Blackwell. To Lindgren on top. Blackwell drives into the edge of the lane. Can't shoot. Out to Rory Lindgren. To Blackwell again. Far side about halfway down. Blackwell moving with the basketball. Goes to Lindgren at the hash mark. 6:11 left to play. Looping pass into Ron Ripley. In the lane for Betcher. Up with the shot. Yeah! Betcher's fouled! And the game is tied, and Bryant can put us ahead. nice assist from Ron Ripley, who dumped the ball into Brian Betcher, put it up with both hands, so as he wouldn't miss, drew the foul, and it's 35-35, and Brian Betcher's at the free throw line. And how do you like that, fans? Betcher's free throw is good, and it's 36-35, and the Phoenix are ahead. And Cheyney State has seen a lead evaporate in this last 4 or 5 minutes of play. Murphy in the corner far side. Ball tipped away by Lindgren, but Murphy recovers. Here's Hinson to Colston. Colston with it. Near side about halfway down. Back out on top to Hinson. To Colston again. And to Hinson, back between the circles.
Now with a lead, the Phoenix can afford to be just a little patient on defense instead of being rambunctious as they were a bit ago.
Murphy back out. Oh, whistle and a foul, and that's going to be against Jerry Blackwell.
Team foul situation. The Phoenix have 6. The next time Cheyney shoots, they get the bonus. Cheyney State has 4 personal fouls in this half.
Inbound pass to Colston with 5.5 minutes left to play. Phoenix by 1 at 36-35. Hinson with the basketball to Colston, top of the key. Colston to Hinson. Hinson. Bounce pass across to Murphy. 20-footer off the rim. No! Tom Anderson has the rebound. And it was taken away from him by Latham. Shot up, no good, and Rory Lindgren clears the board. Phoenix with a chance to pad the lead. 36-35. And here comes Jerry Blackwell. And they're going to go into the spread. Blackwell brings them out into the spread. And the fans here in Missouri don't like this. Very deliberate game. Tom Anderson penetrates past the hash mark, gets it into Blackwell. In the middle, back out to Anderson again. 4:46 and a 1-point lead, and the Phoenix are willing to go into the spread and play for the foul. Ron Ripley brings it all the way back out to Blackwell on top. Jerry Blackwell with the basketball. Bounce pass to Anderson, loops it to Ripley, back out on top to Lindgren. One thing they're going to have to do is if they get a clear shot, take it and not play around with it too long. Here, Jerry Blackwell, the rabbit, dribbling into the middle, back out on top to Anderson, to Blackwell again. 4:18 showing, Phoenix up by 1. Fan behind us says, do you call this basketball? You bet I do, and darn good basketball. Anderson drives, lays it up, no good. Rebound taken down by Hinson. They took about a minute off the clock, and a timeout going to be called by Cheyney State. Timeout Cheyney State, and we're going to keep it right here to Hinson near side. Can't get the shot away to Colston at the baseline. Back out to Hinson again. 3.5 minutes. Hinson fires up a 20-footer, no good. Rebound by Murphy up and in. Murphy on the follow-up. 37-36. Phoenix trailed by 1 with 3.5 minutes left. Jerry Blackwell to Rory Lindgren. Lindgren to Blackwell. Phoenix will probably try to get a three-pointer here if they can to not only take the lead but pad it a bit. Jerry Blackwell working the basketball to Lindgren halfway down the far side. Back out on top to Blackwell. 3:04 left to play. Phoenix down by 1, 37-36. Lindgren fakes the shot. Now will bring it back to Blackwell at the top of the key. Under 3 minutes now. Blackwell and Lindgren. Lindgren, 20-footer. Around and out. No, the rebound belongs to Cheyney State.
Still that inactivity by Ripley underneath. I think he's become ineffective offensively.
Got to get moving. Got to get moving. Hinson into the forecourt with it against Blackwell. 2:39 left to play. Phoenix down by 1. And now Cheyney State will take their time. And you can be sure they're not going to take any chances. Murphy far side into the edge of the lane for Field. Back out to Hinson. 20-footer is good. That's not taking a chance when you let that guy shoot from outside. He hits from anywhere in the county. Timeout UWGB, and Cheyney State has taken a 3-point lead at 39-36. And Jim Zimmerman, I think that the momentum just swung back the other way. To Hinson, loops the long pass into Field, edge of the lane. Field's not going to shoot, brings it back out, and Anderson reaches in and fouls him. And Field will go to the free throw line. 40-36, a minute and 4 left to play. And the Illinois State Rooters are very, very happy. They're almost as pleased to see the Phoenix lose as they were to see themselves win. And David, I think it's fair to say that Cheyney State has beaten UWGB at its own game. They have been more patient than the Phoenix. 35 seconds left. Blackwell into the edge of the lane, up with a shot that is good.
And it's going to be too little too late, I'm afraid. 43-38 on the timeout called by UWGB. Quick basket. It can suddenly become a brand new ball game. Remember the high school basketball game, Wittenberg-Burnhamwood against Denmark out at the arena last week. And Wittenberg-Burnhamwood picked up 6 points.
9 seconds.
In 9 seconds in just this kind of a situation to win the basketball game.
So this is not it's not totally out of reach. It's not looking good, I'm telling you. But it's not totally out of reach. If they can hold them from inbounding, get a quick bucket, they're back in.
My father used to say, I've seen sicker cows than this get well. But it's going to take some doing. Inbound pass to Fields and a foul immediately by Blackwell.
Blackwell number 4,
1 second gone off the clock, 19 seconds left, and again they're hoping for a miss on the front end of the bonus, and now
that's the guy they want at the free throw line, too.
Dave Buss pulling every possible trick out of the hat that he can as Getzman comes in to replace Rory Lindgren to get a little more height under there for a possible rebound. 45-40. And I said Fields, I was mistaken. It is Roger Layseth at the line, and his free shot is good. And boy, I'll tell you, these Cheyney State players with terrific amount of pressure on them here have been making the free throws. 46-40. Layseth with the second one. It's good. And it's 47-40 again. The Phoenix down by 7. They need a quick 2. Blackwell driving into the lane and up for the shot and misses the shot and is called for traveling. And Jerry Blackwell winds up flat on his back. And here comes the inbound play for Cheyney State, and now again substituting. Lindgren comes in and Dave Getzman comes out. 13 seconds left to play. 47-40. And everybody in one big group down there. Cheyney State will try to break somebody open for the inbound pass. And in it comes to Colston. Blackwell winds up flat on his back. And there's a whistle, and a delayed foul is going to be called on Rory Lindgren. And it'll be a 2-shot foul as Lindgren deliberately committed the foul. Rebound. Ahead it goes to Anderson. 8 seconds left. Anderson top of the key, 20-footer. Off the bracket, no good. Hinson with the rebound. And ahead the ball goes to Colston. Fires up a shot, but it was too late. The ball game is over, and Cheyney State has won the NCAA Division II championship, beating UWGB 47-40 in this championship game.